Let's go. All right, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Right.
And I'd like to please remind everyone to make sure that all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our city council meetings are broadcast on television on Comcast Channel 99 and rebroadcast on WMGJ Radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Ivan Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles? Here. Councilman Williams?
Here.
Worthy?
Here.
Councilman Eccles is absent today. Councilman Billingsley?
Here.
Councilman Cannon is also absent today. And Councilman Reed?
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Shane Ellison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Father, today we come to you with thanks for the opportunity to continue to serve our city. We also give thanks for this Christmas season and the blessings that you bestowed upon us during that time, and good health and safety during the Christmas and New Year's. We ask for continued guidance in 2018. We also pray for good health for our council and mayor and for the good people of Gadsden, and for prosperity and your hand upon this city. We also specifically pray during this weather event for those that are affected, those that don't have a warm place to go, those that are working out in it, that you just provide protection and safety for them as well. Bless this meeting, Lord, and bless this day. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
JR would say roll tide.
Nobody said, if Bob was really good.
That's what I'm saying. I'm scared to say go dogs.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and council meeting held on December 19th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of December 15th through 21st and December 22nd through 28th.
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts for both weeks.
Proclamations, Mayor?
You don't have a proclamation that Alabama won the game yesterday?
I've watched enough football, I'm caught up.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Good game.
Unfinished business. Item number 8A is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 1554 Terrace Drive in District 1. The last known owner is Michael Pierce. This resolution was last tabled for 30 days on November 28th. What is the pleasure of the council?
I move to abate.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
We have 4 hearings today regarding assessing liens for demolition work that has already been performed. This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution assessing nuisance abatement liens in the amount of $4,066.40 against property at 1348 Forest Avenue in District 3. The last known owners are Ann Harris and Robert Conville III. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
So moved. Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is for 915 Crenshaw Avenue in District 6. The amount is $3,741.40, and the last known owner is Larry N. Nesmith. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
I move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is for 906 North 33rd Street in District 7. The amount is $2,291.40, and the last known owner is Ann McCoy. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
Our final public hearing is for 913 North 36th Street in District 7. The amount is $1,616.40, and the last known owners are the State of Alabama, Ashley Williamson, and Alvin G. Dixon. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? Okay. The chair will entertain a motion to adopt this resolution.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
Okay, new business, is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. President, I have two items. One is a resolution and one is an ordinance that I'd like to be considered together. Community development, I move for unanimous consent.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution and the ordinance today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We have unanimous consent to consider.
I move for adoption.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Yes, the resolution is authorizing agreement with the fiscal year 2017 for community development block grant sub-recipients. There's a list of them here, and the ordinance is amending the numbers 01217 to provide for the fiscal 17-year community development appropriation. There's an increase, and so this is to consider that for the block grant recipients allocation agreement. I don't know if I need to give all the listings.
All right.
I
There
move
any-
for adoption.
Is there any additional discussion? All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution and the ordinance, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt both items.
Okay, is there any more new business?
Yeah, Mr. President, I have Resolution 003. It's awarding bid 3367 to Bedwell and Horton Excavating LLC for the sewer and water improvements for the venue at Coosa Landing. Ask for unanimous consent to consider.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today under new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Consent has been granted.
And I move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Other than that, this is a budgeted item for the improvements over at the venue on the water and the sewer lines.
All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries to adopt.
Okay, is there any more new business? Department reports, committees, boards?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. Councilman Worthy asked me to come forward this morning and try to explain a little in detail the changes that were made recently to a nuisance definition concerning abandoned vehicles. So that's why I'm standing here. And I'm not sure I'm going to clear up anything, but
You could have said no.
what what we asked the council to do just recently was to change some wording. We actually, it came to our attention that in our code of ordinances that has specific definitions, and I'm talking about code of ordinances that were in place beginning around 1982. And some of those ordinances are still on the book today, including definitions, various definitions. This specific definition involving abandoned vehicles was actually put in the code in 1982, hadn't been changed. Around the year 2000, the city of Gadsden adopted the International Property Maintenance Code. That is the code that we use and have used since 2000 when we're investigating nuisance complaints dealing with private property. And in that code will be sections and even chapters that deal with structures, whether they be commercial or residential, and deals also with the property around those structures, including residential lots. And it also explains in detail the issues that we use when we identify a certain problem. We notify the property owner in accordance with the property maintenance code that there are these type issues that are existing on their property. And then we will send them a letter, give them, typically it's 14 days, to contact us about the process of them abating whatever that nuisance is. And at the end of that 14 days, if we haven't come to an agreement or if the nuisance still exists unabated, then we will issue a citation and go to municipal court. And we receive and investigate between 500 and 600 complaints each year dealing completely with abandoned vehicles. And these complaints come in from private property owners or tenants who either see these vehicles as they look out their bedroom or dining room windows, or when they walk to their garage and they see a rear yard next door to them with multiple vehicles stored on the property. So they will call us, we will investigate. The first thing we look for is whether or not any of these vehicles have a tag affixed to the vehicle. Whether the vehicle is on the property or in the street. If it does not have a tag affixed to it, then if it's in the right-of-way in the street, then we just turn that over to the police department. They normally go out and will put a 7-day sticker on it. And if it doesn't come into compliance, they'll have it towed, usually, at the end of the 7 days. Our process in dealing with these vehicles on private property is a little more complex because it is private property. And a lot of these vehicles may be in a rear yard or may have a tarp covering them. But regardless, it's unsightly and it's a legitimate complaint that we investigate. The definition in our code of ordinances, there was some language there that led an individual to believe, and our city attorney said that he had a right to believe this because that's the way it was worded, that under some circumstances it was allowed for a vehicle to be kept on the property as long as it was moved every 7 days and it did not require to have a tag affixed to it. Well, that's, if we use that as our sole means of enforcing abandoned vehicles, that's an unenforceable ordinance. And because we don't have the personnel, the manpower, the resources to stake out and see if a car is moved every 7 days or not. And so if a car is on your property and it does not have a tag affixed to it, then we're going to notify you that there is very possibly what constitutes an abandoned vehicle located on your property and give them their due process to abate that nuisance. So what Councilman Worthy asked me to explain today, what we look for when we investigate complaints for abandoned vehicles, and that's what we look for. If a vehicle does not have a tag, they're going to get a letter. If a vehicle has a tag, the grass is not grown up around it, it appears that it's operable, we'll move on to the next complaint, to be honest with you. Now, if we get more complaints that that car hasn't been moved in 6 or 7 years, then we may go back and make contact with the owner and ask them. The judge always asks us to verify that the vehicle is operable. So we require and ask the owner to crank the vehicle to move it, and if it will, then, like I said, we move on. If you've got any questions specifically about abandoned vehicles, I'll be glad to answer them. But that's pretty much what we look for.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. The reason why I asked you to do this is because people was asking me, and I tried to explain it, but you're the professional. So I wanted it to be on TV where you could explain it, and you did a magnificent job, much better than I can do. So thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, remarks by the mayor and council. Mayor?
Yeah, I just wanted to say a few things. We know that there's a lot of trash been put out since the Christmas holidays. You have to bear with us a little bit. We have the garbage trucks in a building where we can crank them the next morning, but a lot of the knuckle boom trucks that pick things up, they're not in the building, and it makes it a little difficult to get those running sometime. But the main thing is the way the holidays fell this time on weekends and all, our people worked a couple of days and there's off a couple of days and they worked again. And we will be getting around to all the neighborhoods to get the trash picked up and everything. And on your leaves, usually we wait till all the leaves are down and then try to get those. So that's another thing. But it's a big problem, but I don't know, what else we can do about it right now. So just bear with us, and we will get it all picked up, I assure you. Thanks.
Councilwoman Toles?
No comment.
Okay. Councilman Worthy?
I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. And I would like to announce the second annual Gadsden Empowerment Initiative. The foundation will be putting on a prayer breakfast on Martin Luther King birthday, which will be Monday, January the 15th at 8:30 at the Senior Activity Center or Downtown Center, and it's free to the public. So all we're asking is that you RSVP so we'll know how much food to purchase. And you can call me at 256-504-5049 and just give me the number of people that will be attending with you. You don't have to give me the names, just the number. Thank you.
Councilman Billings?
Yes, I'd like to also wish everybody a very, very happy new year. And I'd also like to announce that next Monday at 6 o'clock at the Gadsden Public Library, I'll have a Community 5 community meeting, and it'll be at 6 o'clock. So everybody's welcome to come, even from District 2. So, and just have everybody have a happy holiday. And I've talked to the chief, and we didn't have a whole lot of problems in our city for the holidays, and we're mighty glad of that. So that's it.
Councilman Reed?
Yeah. Sherman, I was feeling real good about the new year and getting everything started off right, and walked in Jack's this morning and I was telling him about going to Johnson's, and I came out and tried to crank my car and it wouldn't crank, battery. So I didn't know what to do, so I called my buddy Howard up at the Jack's, and he came, he was coming down. Lifted the hood, 5 people stopped to help me. And I was feeling real good, and I said, none of them knew they didn't know me. And they said it was a good thing if they'd had, they wouldn't even help me. So I went like this, feeling good, that, whoop, whoop, I ain't going back to Jack's at least 2 or 3 more days.
Don't get a personalized tag.
Absolutely. Go dog.
All right. I'll extend the well wishes. Happy New Year to everybody. And we do want to ask, I hope everybody has a good, safe, healthy, and prosperous 2018. Couple of announcements here. Due to the New Year holiday, yesterday's garbage route is being collected today. So Monday's is being collected on Tuesday. Tuesday's route will be collected on Wednesday, and the routes for Thursday and Friday will not change. They'll be collected on their respective dates. Okay. Is there anything else? All right. If there's nothing else, I entertain a motion that we adjourn.
Second. I think this was your quickest one.